Hello everyone. These are the 5 best 5G stocks that you might want to consider buying right now as an investor. Now, we're beginning investors and we all know technology is booming. That is the new hot thing. And why is it hot? Because say if we were 30 years ago, the hot new thing would be the invention of the telephone. And no one had a telephone before, but everyone was buying the telephone. So that's why you're like, what's the big deal with 5G, 5G? Because that's the new thing that everyone's gonna need. And it's at the beginning stages so that you can get in early. So if you invest in it and it does well, you can have big growth potential. And that's one of the things that you like looking for, to find something you're comfortable with, you're confident with, to invest in that has big growth. And so let's start. So you know that your phones are 4G and they're transferring up to 5G, just like your iPhone. You used to have, like, remember when you had iPhone 5 or 6, and now you have iPhone like 12. So same thing, they're updating the network so it'll be faster, so you can watch videos on your phone and enjoy your life and communicate to people and videos. So they need to update it to 5G. So let's see a couple companies that you may have heard of, you might not have heard of. Let's start with one that we all have heard of. How about Apple? We all know Apple, and the ticker symbol is A as in awesome, A as in apple, P as in plenty, and L as in like. So AAPL, Apple. And this company is incredible. It has loyal fans. You know, when a new phone is out, people would line around the block to buy Apple. So know that a lot of people like it in all kind of countries. So it is being touted as one of the 5 best 5G stocks to invest in. So Apple's revenue, right now, the retail stores, you can't go in there. So it's going to be a little down right now because there's a worldwide pandemic. So, but normally, Apple is doing really good. And I want to just tell you, when you're looking at companies, I like to see how much cash they have on hand. Because I know if they have cash on hand, they're doing really great. And Apple has $200 billion approximately in cash on hand. So that makes tough times, they can get through tough times. So Apple is well loved, but the only thing with Apple, it's pretty costly right now. It's since it's approximately, it's almost $400. So you do have to, splurge a little bit to get that one. And I know since we're beginners, some of us only have $100, some of us only have $1,000. So you might want to split your investment into maybe, see if that might be something you want to put it into. But I know if you buy Apple, which is almost $400, you're going to only have like $600 left over to buy some other stocks. But that is the number one that I'm going to say is exciting. And I'm going to go to the next one that you might have heard of. Verizon Communications. We all heard of the commercials, Verizon's, right? So the ticker symbol is V as in Victor and Z as in zebra. So VZ. So Verizon is a major U.S. telecom, and so it makes up the top 50 markets. So that's really nice for you to know. And it has high frequency transmissions and data transfers. And so it also gives you a 4.2% dividend. So this 5G will give you some money back for investing in it. So like I said, like Gelson's, I don't know if you know the grocery store Gelson's, but they give you a $5 coupon every month if you buy $25 worth of groceries. And I know I always buy $25 worth of groceries, especially your soaps and your shampoos. A thing of all free and clear, which I love because a lot of people have allergies. That's like $13.99. So I just have to, buy my dish soap and my detergent, and I'm almost at $25, and I get $3. So this one will give you back 4.2% of the money you put into Verizon. So that's something I really like about that company. It might be interesting. And then I'm going to tell you the third one. Marvel Technology. I think we've all heard of Marvel Comics. So at first I go, what's Marvel? What's Marvel have to do with technology? So Marvel Technology, the ticker symbol is M as in mighty, or my name Merlin, R as in rich, V as in victory, and L as in like. So MRVL. And Marvel is actually a consumer semiconductor, and they do those kind of products. And it's very techy, it's very, very high tech, and it does several areas. They have 5G, they have cloud, they have artificial intelligence, and everyone's like, what's AI? You know, all those robots are the future, like robots are coming. The robots are coming. Actually, the robots are here. I don't know about you, but I live in Los Angeles, and I was walking down the street with my dog, the husky. Her name is Thursday. We're walking down the street, you know, everyone's on their phone, and this robot pizza delivery almost runs into us. And it was just like a surreal setting. Am I in, you know, what's the movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger where he is the robot? It was just so surreal because these robot pizza delivery little carts are everywhere on the sidewalks. And so I don't think the robot cart should be on the sidewalk because that's pedestrian sidewalk. So, you know, you might want to write to your congressman about that, especially those little Zoomer fast speed birds, and you know, where the little motorized scooters. A lot of them are on the public sidewalks, and there's elderly people, there's moms with children, and there's just people on their phones, and you know, somebody's gonna bang into each other, and they leave them in the sidewalks. So many times I'm walking on my phone and I bump right into one of those scooters because it comes right to my chest, the scooter, the handlebars. So anyhow, artificial intelligence. They also do like hardware, automotive space, because there's going to be self-driving cars. We're in the Jetsons age. We're coming to the Jetsons age. I always love the Jetsons cartoons where the little space car flies in the air. I can't wait for them to have flying space cars. Can you imagine the 405 freeway? You get like a whole top lane of flying cars. Like they'll designate the lane above the driving cars is the flying cars. It'd be so fun. And let's see, and it also Marvel Technology bought, which is when they say acquisitions, it's like buying. They bought Cavian, which was they shelled out $6 billion for this company. So I like this Marvel Technology because it not only does 5G, it does cloud. And as you know, you heard so much stuff, the cloud. And if you don't know what the cloud is, on your phone, it says, oh, you haven't updated your cloud space. They want you to, like, you know, buy some cloud space on your phone. I said, oh, no, I'm going to delete my photos and I'm going to email my photos to my email because I'm not just getting stuck with another monthly subscription. No. Everybody wants you to have a monthly subscription. Unless you're a multimillionaire and a high net worth individual, I can only want my mortgage, my rent, my gas bill, my power bill, my internet bill, my cell phone bill, and maybe like Disney Channel or Netflix channel, and then food, and then some money to invest in, and some money to have fun with. Because if you don't have money for fun and travel, like what's life all about working so hard, right? So that one could be interesting, and it does give you this little 1% dividend, and some of the technology companies just do not give dividends because they're high movers supposedly, or they just reinvest that money back into buying and growing the stock. So sometimes in growth stocks you don't see dividends, so you don't always need a dividend if it's growing and making you money. So just look into that. Okay, so number 4, I don't know if you heard of this, but it's probably been out there. It's called Crown Castle. All you girls and guys go, oh yeah, I'm gonna get me some Crown Castle. It's not a drink. But the ticker symbol is CCI. So C's in cat, C's in cake, and I is in independent. So CCI, Crown Castle. So Crown Castle, they build cell towers, and so basically, you know, they need antennas, you know, like you always see those towers, and so it's like a real estate investment, and they have about 70,000 small cell nodes that are under contract, which is really interesting. So people contract with them to get use of their cell towers. So they rent, carriers, people that want to use them, rent it instead of building tower space. So it's very, very interesting because they can have recurring revenue streams in the years. And it also pays a 2.9% dividend. And, you know, everyone needs data and wireless communications, and the stock seems to be going up. And so I definitely recommend you to read and learn and study that one, because it could be interesting for you to look into. And then number 5, I don't know if you've heard of this, but you might have heard of it from the news. It's called Ericsson. So in short, Eric. So that's E as in Edward, R as in Rich, I as in Independent, and C as in Cat. Eric is its short name. And Ericsson is Swedish, and they're saying Ericsson has been a key player, and it also sells software and radio network hardware, and it does have a licensing agreement with a Chinese smartphone maker called Oppo, and that's OPPO. And then there is, it has a direct competitor called, you might have heard this in the news, it kind of looks like Hawaii, but it's HUAWEI, Huawei's technology. So they have approximately 2.6 billion mobile subscriptions supposedly they're supposed to be getting by 2025, and it will be in about 4 continents. So that could be very, very interesting if you're looking for a growth stock in the 5G sector. And I'm gonna give you a bonus if you're listening, so thank you for listening this long. Qualcomm. I don't know if you've heard of Qualcomm, but it's QUALCOMM, Qualcomm. The ticker symbol is QCOM. So Q is in Queen, C is in Cat, O is in Octopus, M is in Mighty. So Qualcomm. And it's a chip maker, and you need those chips. And that was the one that had the settlement with Apple. And, you know, they supply chips for iPhone for at least the next 6 years. So that they have a contract. We love contracts because you know it's going to be stable for 6 years at least. And then and they're saying the demand for these Qualcomm chips, you know, right now it might be a little you know, slow right now during the pandemic, but long term it could, you know, be steady. And it offers a 3.4% dividend. And so that's really, really nice for us. And then I'm going to give you another bonus if you're listening this long for my beginners who really want to study. And these are, like I said, are clip notes, my opinions, and based on my research, because it takes hours and hours and hours to look this stuff up and read it and dig in. So let me see. Selinix, XILINX, ticker symbol XL as in like, N as in next, and X. So XLNX. And it is a $22 billion chip maker and is one of the earliest companies that have been in the 5G. So, what else can I say about that one? I wanted to see if there's any dividends. I don't think so, but you know, you might have heard of the CEO is Victor Peng, and that might be one that you want to look into. And so 5G is going to be 100 times faster than 4G, and they're going to ask you to upgrade. So remember, disclaimer, I'm not a professional licensed broker. I always tell you to go talk to one, and always do your research, study, and investigate. These are my opinions only and highlights of research I've done to encourage you to grow your money and stretch your money and learn about compound interest. Okay, bye.